All right. This is probably my first one for the new YouTube channel, helping you try and find a job if you're still unemployed. I've been unemployed for 3 years at least. So, with my background, this is a uh, pretty good ad in the Washington Post for last weekend. Forgot what day that was. Last weekend, the 31st. All right. So anyway. Uh, I went ahead, you look at the requirements. This is a key thing. This area right here is very key. You have to have this stuff in your resume. All right. So also seeking the ability to work flexible hours. So you want to add some of this stuff in there. If they ask for what is the wages that you would like and they provide this kind of information, pick something in between 50, 55, 60. Okay, and you have to download the packet. Okay, so make sure you copy that correctly, or you end up going to some weird place on the internet. All right, so and that's the deadline. Positions are open till filled. But if you want to be if you want to get it in time for this, they're going to start hiring right after the 17th of April. So that's the kind of stuff you want to look for. So I went ahead and I filled out the application, the packet. All right, now I'm doing my resume. So I'm going to cover this over and over. Do not copy a resume from the internet. Make one yourself. Use one from the internet as a template or something, but use your own resume. I'm telling you that employers know that you've copied one from the internet. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's get started on how to customize a resume. All right, I I downloaded the requirements. This is it right here. All right, and that's the title. It has to be on your resume and saved as. So this is the information right here that needs to be in the resume. Now you could sit there and copy this stuff because the keywords, if they have a keyword search in the resume reader, especially if you email it to them, the keywords will pop up and highlight and actually be sniffed out thousands of resumes, and that's how you'll be put in the pile to be considered. So I have not only TCP IP level. I'm an engineer. I can actually create uh, the IP information. Kind of rusty in HTML, but I'm going to put in there that I can learn. Okay, haven't touched 2012 server, but hey, I can learn. I've touched all this other stuff, but I haven't seen 2012. Minimum of 2 years. Now I have 30 years. All right, I'm going to tailor that down with extensive uh, um, experience. Okay, if you throw 30 years, 20 years down, you're going to be overqualified. So that's some things you have to consider. So I'm going to come over here and find something. See, I have many resumes. I have this on SkyDrive, so I can carry it with me. And I have a Charles County application I actually filled in that has all my job references and everything. I just copy from that. Computer Techs Network Administrator. I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to double click it, and from here it comes up compatibility mode. So I can go in here and edit, and then save as something else and not damage the original one. So this is Office 2010. So I'm going to minimize this guy. All right, this looks pretty current. Let's see, I want my college up on front. My college is down here. Education should be the first thing they see in here somewhere. And I'm going to change all this stuff too. See, I put extensive experience in servers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change this up. I'm going to do it basically. I don't want to bore you with what I'm doing, but I'm going to change this because now Windows 9 is out. So I'm going to add that. I'm going to leave the Active Directory in there. I don't think they need to know about semantics endpoint. I don't think they needed to know about Citrix. So there's probably help desk is good because help desk ticketing. is always good. And I'm going to leave most of what's down in my previous employment. Probably take Paragon out. They don't no longer exist. So I'm going to definitely, if you have military, throw that in there. But I'm going to chop this up. I'm going to change the title and save it as that title over here. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to do some change and I'll come right back. All right, I'm done with the meat of the stuff. So in here, everything in here, I put in here, extensive experience is covered. LAN is covered, which is right here. Okay, LAN support is covered. I put WAN in there too in case they want to go to the World Wide Web or wireless. All right. I threw some stuff in there about developing or creating laptops and desktops and all that. I have constructed servers 2003, 2000, and 2008. Comma. I don't know why the grammar thing is. I'm not really worried about that. Exchange server 2007. Now they are working. They are talking about server 2012. So I'm going to put that into my cover letter about server 2012. Okay, and the cover letter is a most important thing. Even if they're not asking for one, you want to make one in there. So I'm going to show you an example, and you can customize it the way you want. Okay. Now this includes the development of TCP/IP infrastructure, which I do, and they're covering networking at the TCP/IP level. Okay, and I threw let's see, there's a migration from Windows 2. Put a 0 in there. Why the grammar didn't catch that, I don't know. I threw my education on top. Okay, right after the summary. Down here I changed some things. Okay, I do have experience with everything in here. I put 9 Pro because that's what I'm using right now. Active Directory up to 2008. Basic in college I picked up. I want to make that a lower K. I learned HTML in college, so I do have the background, the basics of HTML. I worked in Solaris and Unix over when I worked for another company. I currently use Ubuntu on a different computer. So Linux I also use too. So everything down here is absolutely true. I have extensive experience in Semantics Endpoint and Ghost, which they may use. I don't know, but that's these are 100% true, and you have to be you can't lie. Don't lie, because you're going to dig yourself in the hole if they ask you something like that. Okay. A little story is, before I knew anything about Active Directory, a job shopper found me an interview, and threw Active Directory in my resume. Sent the resume to the prospective employer. When I sat down with the employer, I brought my own resume too. All right, so, and that's something you want to do. Bring 5 or 6 resumes with you, regardless if they need it or not. You bring it, because if more people on the panel, you need to give them resumes. So, sat down, and one of the first questions they asked me, how much do you know about Active Directory? And I said, I don't. And they pointed out on the resume, hey, it's on your resume. I said, here's my resume. I don't know who put that on there. And I could have sued the people that sent that. Okay, I could have sued, and I probably should have. All right, so it's important for you not to put false stuff on your resume. Okay, everything down here I left the same, and I took out that one company that I said I was going to take out. So, and another thing is, you don't want, if you have anything down here that's not consistent, if you have any openings in your dates, you need to annotate somewhere in there why there's a gap. You were collecting unemployment, you were working as a dishwasher, or something like that, and something of that sort. Okay, couldn't find a job during this period, so you need to cover 100% of what you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on a cover letter to throw the rest of this. What I'm looking at a cover letter is this stuff. Okay, and I might throw something in here more about customer service support and support and administrating Windows, which I have in here. That's it. So most companies are not looking for not everybody has all this experience. Okay, so that's the only thing I'm falling back on, or not having, and this right here I'm not, I'm low on. So those are only two things. So I'm not going to get the full 75 grand. I'm also not an entry level, so I'm not going to get 48, but I'd be happy with that. So I want to go in the middle, and also that gives me room to grow. In 6-9 months, I might get a pay raise that brings me up to 75,000. So something to think about. Let me go ahead and work on the cover letter, and I'll come right back. This is a template that I got from college, okay, of a cover letter prior to a interview. Now remember, every interview you go through, you keep a spreadsheet, okay? Every interview you go to, you send them a thank you letter. That's regardless if you got the job or not. Thank them for interviewing you. All right, so that's a must. So this is a this is a this is an idea for you. You can go ahead and pause the screen, write all this down, capture it. Things like that. I'm not going to upload any files to the YouTube channel because I don't know if they're copyrighted or not from the college. I doubt very much. My files are not copyrighted at all, and also I know you see my phone number, okay, on my resume. Please do not call me. My email address is there, so you're free to email me, okay. So I'm going to close this and bring up the actual cover letter. So okay, see that this is some letters I've written, and I have in here new and cover letter. All right, so this is one of the cover letters that I made, keeping everything everything the same way. But what I do is I change stuff in there. All right, so that's my email address. That's my mailing address. That's wherever I'm going. I'm going to put this person's address. Where to mail it to? Right here, Charlotte Hall. So I'm going to put that down there. All right, I'm writing to apply for on the Washington Post, January. So I'm going to. It is the Washington Post. I'm going to change this to April. I think that was April 1st. In fact, I have that. I have that news article right in front of me. So I'm going to take it off the top of the newspaper, so March 31st, 2013. So I'm going to throw that in there, okay, and tell them a little bit about that. I'm going to take out my degree, because my degree is, they know I'm finished, it's on my resume. All right, so I'm going to go through and change all this, and I'll show you the final outcome. Okay, I've changed my name there, my address, and I also threw the date underneath. Okay, that's the complete mailing address, which is down here. All right. Then I changed all the title, actually copied and pasted from the top, listed in the Washington Post, dated in the proper date. All right. I currently own and operate Quality PC Repair, which I do. I work on laptops. Yes, there. This is good down proofreading too. Computers and servers. Okay, I have worked on, as a user, and this is a key thing, I'm not an administrator, as a user on Solaris and Unix, and as an administrator on Windows Server, Windows up to Server. Yeah, that's fine, because Windows has, you could be an administrator on normal Windows too. Windows Server up to Server, Windows up to Server 8 for many years, which is a fact. I have also constructed network to include the IP scheme, so they know that I can actually create an IP scheme. All right, to include the everyday tasking customer service. Okay, to include everyday tasking of customer service data backup. Okay, I might be redundant here later on. All right, our is independent with team. Okay, they asked up here if I could work independently right here, and flexible hours, and have strong customer service, customer-related approach. Okay, so customer service is in here. I work independently or as a team, with a team. Working with a flexible schedule is not an issue. To this day, I provide customer service to all that require phone support. Okay, so I may take that out because I already have customer service in there. Take that, put a space here. All right, down here as a plus, I am a public speaker. As you see on YouTube, I have no problem talking. All right, and then I have no problem with presentations of presenting a program for training or any other purpose. All right, please look over my attached resume and call me at my phone number if you wish to talk. You need to throw that in there because your phone number is on the resume, but you want to throw the phone number on there. Please don't call me. You can email me, though, if you want some ideas. Throw your name down there, and enclosed is a resume. You're going to send this with your resume. So I'm going to go ahead and print this. I think it's a done deal. All right, and hopefully this helps you out. All right, please remember key things. Don't copy mine. Don't copy anything from the internet. Copy my format, but don't copy my data because it doesn't apply to you. Put what you have. All right, be proud of what you can do. Okay, and then when you go into an interview, you're talking about yourself, not somebody else. And then when it comes time in the job and they ask you to migrate software from one computer to another and you don't know how to do it, and you had it on your resume, that can be an issue. So hopefully this helped you out. If you like it, please subscribe. I plan on putting a whole lot more on this channel.